Shri Manache Shlok, 93rd Shloka, English translation and explanation. Sri Manache Shlok were written by Samartha Ramdas Swami. They are a dialogue with our mind. Jagi pahata devaha annadata तया लागली तत्वता सार चिंता तयाचे मुखी नाम घेता फुकाचे मना सांगपा रे तुझे काय वेचे. O my mind, just closely look around you. It is God who cares for and feeds the world. He, by his nature, continuously thinks and only seeks your essential good. His name is priceless and yet does not cost you anything to chant. Then tell me, O my mind, what loss you will incur by chanting his name. Some keywords used in this shloka are Jagi means in the world, Annadata means giver of food, Tattvata means by his true nature, Tayace means his, Fukace means free of cost, Sang means tell me. There is a famous shloka which we recite before and after meals. Annadata Sukhi Bhava. The simple meaning of which is those who are providing me this food, let them be always happy. The question we should be asking here is who exactly are those who are providing me the food? Let us try to look at the deeper meaning of that with the example of vegetarian food, of course. Farmers grow the vegetables on their farms. They take a lot of effort and it takes a lot of time as the natural process cannot be magically made faster to grow the food. Farmers use animals like sheep who eat the grass and provide the fertilizers essential for farming. They use bulls or nowadays machines to plow the fields. They plant the seeds and nurture them for months. Then there are those who buy those vegetables from the farmers, arrange for the distribution through the chain of distributors, wholesalers, retailers to the mom and pop shops. Once we buy those vegetables, then there are those who cook the food. That may be hotels, restaurants, and most dear to us, our own family members, which is mostly the home ministers, the unrelenting mom and wife who pour their good feelings in making the food. Just saying that we buy the food so that money goes to retailers, farmers, and restaurants is not sufficient. It does not make justice to the efforts they have taken and poured their heart into it. Hence, the prayer to God to make all those happy and provide everything they need to make them happy. There is one piece missing in this entire analogy. Who is providing the energy for the seed to become the eatable vegetables? The elements involved are earth, water, rain, sunlight, and air. Who is providing those natural elements in this universe? In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna has explained this in chapter 15, shloka 12 and 13. यदादित्यगतं तेजो जगद्भासयते खिलं यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्न्यौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम्. Know that I am the brilliance of the sun that illuminates the entire solar system. The radiance of the moon and the brightness of the fire also come from me. Swami Mukundananda has explained this in a beautiful way. In the human form, we tend to forget our origin and eternal form. We regard ourselves as the physical body and get attracted to our bodily relations, parents, spouse, children, material wealth, etc. We feel they are the most significant. We also forget that it is God who is the creator and sustainer of the entire universe. In this verse, Lord Sri Krishna has said that the entire creation is the manifestation of His energy. Even the sun gets its radiance from Him. According to scientific theories, the energy emitted by the sun every second is equivalent to millions of nuclear power plants put together. This has been an uninterrupted process for billions of years, yet it has not reduced in any way. The glory and brilliance of the sun is a part of God's wonderful creation. Similarly, the night sky is lit up by the moon. Though our mundane intellect might want us to believe, and it is also scientifically concluded, that moonshine is due to the reflection of the sun's light. But the periodic movement of the moon is also part of God's amazing creation. The sun, the moon, the planets, stars, the Pancha Mahabhutas, which are earth, water, air, fire, and ether. In fact, the entire universe is a manifestation of God's opulence. गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधिः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः. Permeating the earth, I nourish all living beings with my energy. Becoming the moon, I nourish all plants with the juice of life. In this verse, Sri Krishna has said that it is his energy which has brought about the appropriate physical conditions for life to exist on planet Earth, and that the moonlight gets its nourishing properties from him. And it is the ambrosial nectar of the moonlight that nourishes the entire plant life, that is, fruits, vegetables, grains, herbs, etc. Thus, we should be thanking all those involved in making the food on the earth and making it available to us, but we should not forget that it is God who is the real one providing the energy for the natural process of farming and is really the one taking care of the entire process as well as all those involved in making the food available to us. He is looking after all those too. Now, if the food which is essential for life is provided by God, then, oh my mind, tell me, what are we losing when we chant His name and pray for Him? That part is completely free to us. It does not take money. Also, the money which we spend on buying the food is really providing for the lives of all those involved and their families, which are blessed and supported by God Himself. जगी पाहता देव हा अन्नदाता तया लागली तत्वता सार चिंता तयाचे मुखी नाम घेता फुकाचे मना सांगपा रे तुझे काय वेचे. Join me in the humble effort of spreading this amazing part of our Maharashtrian culture and literature to the English speaking community in the entire world. Be proud of our culture. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel A Dialogue with Our Mind. जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ